What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Big Wave God made it. It's NBA Talk with Ted, but we ain't talking about the NBA, man. Today we got to talk about the young prince himself, Bronny James. Before we get into it, I want y'all to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Now, everybody know Bronny James, man. He's a household name already. It's always a lot of positive talk about him and a lot of negative talk. We all know LeBron don't want to retire until Bronny gets to the NBA, but some people question, will he be ready for the NBA within the next 2 to 3 years, because he's only ranked number 40 in the class of 2023. And I think he got a lot of work to do on becoming more aggressive as a scorer and, certain things like that. But I think we're going to see him actually move up in the rankings once this summer is actually complete. Now, he started off the summer circuit playing for his team, Strive for Greatness. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of always thought that was LeBron James' team, because it's called Strive for Greatness. I thought that was one of his mottos. But, they wasn't the best AAU team, man. You could see their record on the EYBL circuit. They pretty trash. And they had another player called Gabe Cupps, young white guy. But dude is one of the top players also alongside Bronny James. But honestly, it just wasn't working out. Now, this being, in my head, LeBron James' team, now Bronny is playing for the North Coast Blue Chips or something like that. Now, I see a lot of the comments saying that Bronny is back with the Blue Chips. So apparently this was his old team before Strive for Greatness. I don't know. I'm confused on that whole thing. So y'all let me know in the comments. Is Strive for Greatness LeBron's team? And with the Blue Chips, Bronny's first team? Let me know in the comments. But all we do know is over this past weekend, we seen Bronny suiting up with the Blue Chips. And we actually seen LeBron James on the sideline coaching. Now, we got some highlights that Ball is Life posted and some other guys posted on YouTube. I didn't mean to take y'all footage, but we got to show the highlights. It's the only way we can get the Bronny highlights. Now, just look at these highlights and look at the monster that Bronny James is becoming. This is outrageous. Look at the athletic ability, the hops, the defense, the block shots. Look at the three-pointers, His shot is so pure. He's pretty much one of the best shooters in his class. And if it's not showing percentage-wise, just look at the stroke and look how natural it is. Now, we know this comes with years and years of being around the greatest player of all time, LeBron James, and of course, all his NBA friends and buddies doing all kind of drills. Then we got the little brother Bryce coming up, making his way up through the rankings. But the way Bronny James is becoming such an electric player, I just think his recruitment is going to explode. I think he's going to be one of the top players by the time the basketball season starts next year. And I just think he has a bright future ahead of him. Now this NBA talk is starting to look a little real, you know what I'm saying? Because all it took was him to switch teams. Now, I don't know if they won or not. Of course, we just going off of the highlights at that. But it's pretty impressive compared to his highlights earlier in the summer or when AAU first started. He's catching alley-oops, just taking one dribble, drop step, and dunking, blocking people's shot way above the rim, just draining three-pointers. His game looks good, and you got to remember, I'll show a clip of him standing next to LeBron James where it looked like he's giving him some advice. Look at the height difference. It looks like Bronny is hitting his growth spurt. He was already listed as a 6'3" point guard. But standing next to LeBron James, LeBron only is a few inches taller than him right now. Bronny's looking about 6'4", 6'5"-ish. I ain't gonna lie. Now, that's just an eye test on video. I haven't been up close on him in real life, but that's just what it's looking like. And that's kind of how we gauge these things and gauge people's growth. We know LeBron is 6'8". Look at Bronny standing right next to him. He's not that much shorter than his dad. And like I said, man, I just think he's due for some big time success for his senior year. I know we're gonna see it. I'm looking for Bronny to move into the top 20 by the end of his senior year and have basically every offer on the table. Now, if I'm a college recruiter, there's no way I'm not offering Bronny James a scholarship. He's gonna be 6'4", 6'5" point guard, might grow taller than that. He can handle. He's real technical with the ball, very, very fundamental, and we know he can shoot the lights out. And even if he can't shoot the lights out, he has the mechanics to be a great shooter. And he can run a team. He's listed as a point guard. So, of course, everybody criticizing him about not being a 20-point averaging, 30-point averaging type of player. But look at his dad. His dad is LeBron, and Bronny knows how to get his teammates involved, especially now that he's playing with the blue chips. You can see the difference in athletic ability from these kids on this team opposed to Strive for Greatness. Now, it looked like they got more size, more high flyers, more athletes, and Bronny fits perfect with this group. They brought along Gabe Cups with them, so they got the knockdown shooter. Him and Bronny, they got the big man looking like Shaq down low. And, of course, they got some kids on the wing who could play above the rim. So this is a decent team, and now we got LeBron James coaching it. That's just crazy, but my whole point in this video is Bronny is becoming a monster, and he's starting to look like he's developing into that player that everybody want to see him become. He's already flying high. I remember whenever he couldn't even dunk, and I know we talking about a ninth grader when he was in ninth grade trying to get up there, but just to see the progress in front of our eyes, it's pretty amazing. And I think he's going to live up to the hype eventually, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's about to become the #1 player over one summer, even though it's definitely possible. We've seen Shaedon Sharpe do it, and we've seen people do it before, but I think he's going to crack that top 20, and I think he's going to be one of the most heavily recruited players just off the fact that he's going to hit a growth spurt. He's playing with a better AAU team now. I don't know if this is permanent for the rest of the summer, but it's looking good right now. He should stay where he at, because these new highlights that drop are incredible. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ball is Life, and shout out Slam High School Basketball. Hey, shout out Bronny James. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is Bronny becoming a monster? You think he's going to be unstoppable? I'm kind of thinking his aggressiveness is turning up a little bit. He's getting buckets, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Big Wave God made it. Hey, this your boy Ted. Until next time, we out of here.
I got no problem, so much clothes, I need 2 closets. This weed I got is too exotic. I turned a dime into a dime. They like, goddamn, you done blew it without. They like, how the fuck did you do it without me? I'm the real deal, you a carbon copy. I just switched styles and I don't know a stylist. I'm a fucking god, big wave god, and I got a goddess. We gon'